everybody and welcome. Welcome to all Aquarius. My name is Dawn of Embracing Dawn, and I'm going to be doing a new moon reading for you for August 18, 2020. That is when our new moon energy is at its most full, but in the next few days it will be within that energy. All right, so we're going to start by pulling 3 oracle cards to give us a base message. And then what we're going to do is draw some tarot to fill out the details of that message. We've also just been through our Lionsgate portal August 8th, and that's a really important date. It's a really important portal. So if you're not familiar with that, please look it up, because that will bring some insight into the goings on of your life right now for sure. But it's a powerful manifesting window where the energies are much more clear for us to create what it is that we want to create. All right, so I'll draw one more here, and then we'll get started with the read. Already we're starting out with self-love, and that's about your root chakra. You know, that's about your foundation, so to speak, but that's also about your connection to your inner self and source. So we've got that coming up, and let's see what else we have coming up. Okay, so we have self-love, 6 and 1, and we have water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. It's right in alignment here. So this is what you need right now, Aquarius, for those of you that this applies to. And welcome to planet Earth. You are here to seek joy. All right, and that's number 50, so 5. Okay, so clearly the message is for Aquarius in this lunar cycle. During the new moon energy, it's very important that that you take some time, that you really invest in some self-love and some self-care, you know. Maybe you've really been trying to go at things too hard. You know, you've been not focused on the joy of things. Things have gotten a little bit stressful, a little bit restricting, overwhelming perhaps. So let's take a look a little more deeply and see what the tarot has to say about each one. Okay. Wow, we've got a lot of major arcana coming up here. Okay, so under this self-love, we have a 10 of Swords ending, and we have the Hangman limbo. So you've definitely been sitting in some energy where you've felt like the Hanged Man, and you felt like this 10 of Swords energy is just very heavy. Something has been very heavy for you, for those Aquarius that this is applying to. And this, you've sort of been sitting in this Hanged Man energy where you're not taking action, you're not regressing, you're just literally sitting there around this energy and whatever this represents for you. So through this new moon, it's time to move through this energy, because this is ending. Something is ending here, and it may be ending within this next lunar cycle. All right, so here we've got the water your own garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. Clearly that's something that some of you Aquarius have not been doing, you know. And we've got here major arcana number 14, the angel of the ocean, healing. All right, so that's all about being connected to yourself. See that infinite there, that infinity? That's all about being connected to the divine, being connected to and grounded in Mother Earth, and it's being connected in your own heart space and your intuition, so that everything is aligned, you know. And we've got the 2 of Cups, which is about partnership. So maybe it is that you've been overexerting yourself in some kind of partnership that you're involved in, whether that is a love relationship, you know, you're in union with someone or others, or whether that be a work relationship, a partnership where you've been overexerting yourself there. But the message is super clear that for those Aquarius that this is connecting with, it is definitely time for you to take a step forward. You've been in this heavy energy, you've been in this hanged man energy, and it's time to, enact some self-love and take care of yourself and take some action in relation to whatever partnership this may happen to connect to. And this could even be self, partnership with your divine and your understanding of the divine, right? It could be just coming into your partnership with that and really getting connected, because these cards here are Starseed and Lightworker cards. So their energy is all about that universal experience, right? So it could be around that in terms of this partnership and this healing that needs to take place. So there's definitely some healing that's going to be taking place in this next lunar cycle for you. And in terms of, that first new moon energy, it's really time to honor yourself. It's really time to take some time to sit back and relax, but not from a place of anxiousness and worry and heavy burden, heavy shoulder energy. It's not about that. It's about nurturing. So do those little things for yourself, Aquarius. Take yourself out somewhere. Have a luxurious bath and, pour yourself a glass or a cup of whatever it is you enjoy. Read your favorite book. Just pamper yourself somehow. Go out in nature. If you're into nature, go for a hike somewhere. Volunteer at an animal shelter if you love animals. Like, whatever it is that feeds your soul and makes you feel happy, then that's what you need to do right now in order to reset, Aquarius, reset your energy. Because, welcome to planet Earth. You're here to seek joy. And it's from this read so far, that's not something you've been experiencing necessarily. For those of you that this applies to, that are connecting with this, it's been tough and you've been stuck, and it's time to move yourself through this with the powerful portal of the Lion's Gate that just happened and the beautiful manifesting loving energy of that new moon. It's setting the seeds for something new. It's sowing something new with your intention, with your thoughts. So they're super important during the new moon time period to really focus in on that nurturing, that self-healing, and getting connected with you again and your authentic self. And then under you're here to experience joy, you've got the High Priest, which is wisdom. So you're breaking through. You're breaking through this energy here of the Hanged Man, which is Major Arcana, and you're coming through into this High Priest energy of wisdom. And you've got generosity with the Six of Pentacles. So there's going to be a much more positive, generous, flowing, beautiful energy for you, Aquarius, with this new wisdom that you're going to gain through this time of intentional reflection and relaxation. Not the kind you've possibly been going through recently, where you've been stuck, where you've been sitting, where it's been heavy energy all around you. Circumstances just seem to close in. It's not that energy of isolation. It's the withdrawing for your own self-care. It's like when you're an empath and you feel all the feels of all the people around you and you get so drained, you just need to come back in and recharge. Aquarius, this is your time in this new moon energy of setting intentions in this next week or so. It's time to give yourself a break, and it's time to nurture. It's time to get back to your center. It's time to realize that you really need to give yourself a break and focus on the healing. You've got a lot of healing coming through. You've got the Major Arcana here as well with the healing. So this is a big week for you in terms of, not week, it's a big portal for you, a big window of time where the energy is super powerful for you to reset. And it could be that you've gone through a recent frequency upgrade with this portal and with the Lion's Gate, and the energies come in and they've shifted you. They've shifted your chemistry, they've shifted your cellular nature, and so your perspective is shifting perhaps as well. So things that you saw from one point of view in the recent past, suddenly the perspective is changing, and you know what was manageable before maybe suddenly became quite restrictive and quite a heavy energy for you. And then with this love partnership, you know, with this partnership here, it could be love, it could be not romantic, but it's definitely a partnership of some kind, and there's healing involved with that around this. You've got to make sure and nurture yourself. So let's take a look at another card here. And we have divine guidance. Whispers from the beings who shine, let their message be clear and kind. So exactly, that's what this is saying. This is saying you've got to get yourself connected. You've got to get yourself back into your own space again and take some gentle action to get yourself out of this restrictive hangman space. You know, something is ending here that's been very heavy for you, and something beautiful is beginning that is, you know, you're going to gain some wisdom from, and there's going to be a lot of generous open flow from that with this generosity, Six of Pentacles. You know, that's about abundance. You know, there's some abundance in there somewhere, and it's with the healing and putting yourself first. You know, we always have to put ourselves first in terms of self-care, you know, and that's not selfish in the quote negative way by any means, you know, Aquarius. Self-care is important because, you know, we hear this all the time. If we're not good, how can we be good for others? If we don't put our healing and our health, our overall spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, every facet of ourselves first, and if we're not in alignment and in acting in integrity, then everything else around us is affected by that, right? And you can see that when you witness others and how they are and how they move through the world. Like, we see it all the time, the effects of not taking care of ourselves first. And we give, and then all of a sudden we got nothing, you know, we're empty. And that's not the point of it. Like, we're here to experience joy. We're here to be, you know, it's supposed to be a loving, for the most part, a loving experience that we're supposed to have. All right, so let's pull another card. And please, by all means, if you enjoy what the reads and if you're getting something from it, please like and subscribe and help me grow. So we have number 11, another master number, bring it. So this means you're ready for whatever this shift is, because bring it means the energy's open, the portal's open, the window's there, boom, it's time to go. So Aquarius, it's time to get out of this stuck energy of that Ten of Swords, get out of that Hanged Man phase, gently. Use this new moon energies of setting intention for self-care. You know, even make some appointments to get some things done that you enjoy, that make you feel good, and have them scattered throughout the month so that you're focusing on that self-care. You're focusing on nurturing your own garden. You're focusing on seeing the joy in things, because that's going to transform your perspective, and that's going to bring about positive change in this partnership situation that applies to some of you, and also in this, no, not the healing, it was something else over here then. Yeah, with the wisdom, with gaining the wisdom and the clarity. All right, so it's super important. You're ready for this. Like, you're over this energy. You're so done with it. You're just done. Like, that's what I'm feeling. Like, I'm just done. So it's time. So Aquarius, for those of you this applies to, this is your reading for August 18, 2020. Thanks so much for sticking with it. Remember to live big and shine your light bright. You know, do not dim yourself for anybody, because you matter. Until next time.